Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're taking a look at the newly released 007 GT EV from Zeekr. So that's the 007 GT newly released from Zeekr. We're going to do a walk around. So let's start from the bottom here. And you get these air inlet areas here, which can be opened and closed to allow air in to cool the batteries. So there's a radar sensor hiding here in the back, which is nicely blacked out. Really nice. Your number placement area 007 GT, newly released. And we come up here and there's a camera here. And if we go up there, that is the logo. It looks very similar to the 007. The regular 007, but this is a GT version, and we can look at a daytime running lights, and this screen panel here can display some information that you set on the infotainment screen. So that's really cool. You get your parking sensors here, and this is not fake. As you can see, it allows air to go through, good for aerodynamics and also for cooling the batteries. And if you look down here, the nicely discreetly placed are the headlamps. If you don't look properly, you're not going to see it. So let's come up here to the bonnet, and the bonnet has this very nice muscular build to it, and you have some creases here, very subtle, but it all works really nicely. And if we look up there, we can see some cameras on the windshield for your automatic rain sensing wipers, safety and other functions, and there's a radar sensor up there as well. So let's move on to the left side of the car, the driver's side. So we come to the tires, and the tires are 20-inch rims. Yes, so you got 255/40 rim 20, and I like the design of these rims. It looks really nice, and it comes with some Michelin tires, very soft, Michelin Pilot Sport EV. And in there, your suspension going on. And we go on to the left hand side. There is a camera here, a camera up there, and there's a camera here, looking nice. And just like on other Zeekr cars, this one also has a whole rear view mirror swivel. So rather than just the window moving, when you adjust, the whole unit will swivel. So that's cool. Let me just step back and give us a wide view of the vehicle. And there's a really nice touch here. It's a nice screen here that will display some information as to whether your car is locked, unlocked, resting, charging, stuff like that. So that's really nice. And if you look, there are 2 or 3 cameras hiding in there, all for the safety of the vehicle and for sensing passengers and all that. And we go on to the left hand side, the rear, and we again have 20-inch rims here on the rear, with some nice thick brake disc and brake calipers in there. And we come to the charging department. So you press, and this takes you to your charging. So you got your fast and slow charging. Okay, and we look at the rear. So it has this very muscular look to it as you go to the back, and you have your rear lighting, starting with this Zeekr inbuilt in the whole unit, and it's got this nice light bar going all across the back, and only breaks up in the middle here to make way for a camera. Yeah, you got this rear spoiler here that has been slapped on it in black, very nice. You got your illuminated badging here, Zeekr. And we go up here, there is no rear wiper, but there's this nice design protruding here, and on the other side it doesn't serve any purpose. This is a GT version, so it's way low. And we go on to the back. Let me just step back so we can see it properly. So when we go down, we're gonna see your number placement area. You get another camera here, and you got your reverse light and other lights for when the boot lid is up. Got your parking sensors, you got some reflectors there, and got a really nice design touch to it. although the car is low, it has some very nice clearance there as well. So that's really cool. Let me go around before I come to the interior. So here you have your 007 GT badging done really nicely. And the right side is basically going to be similar to that on the left hand side. The only thing that will be missing is that screen that I showed earlier. It's only found on the driver's side. So let's go on to the boot and work our way forward. So opening the boot, we just press that, and like I showed you, once the boot is open, then these lights turn on for extra safety. And if we look here, it has automatic boot close and open, and the inside is mostly plastic. But if you look here, there are these two hooks, one here and one on the other side, that can carry 2 kilograms. So temporarily when the boot is open, you can hang things there up to about 2 kilograms. And if we look here on the side of the boot, you see it has a very thick body on the edges. So it simply means there might be some nice thick safe metal work in there. And then the boot lid opens quite wide, and at a height of 183 centimeters, my head is not hitting, so that's a pass for me. And then we look down here. Although the boot opens really wide, it's not the most spacious. It's quite raised, and so families going on holiday or carrying a few suitcases, 2 or 3 suitcases and other luggage shouldn't be a problem, but it's not the most spacious. And if we look down here, you have extra boot space, which is very deep, so you can store more things there as well. And we got some tie down points here, which are all very nice metal. And here you get a 12-volt socket for when you need it. And these seats can be pushed down from the boot. So to push down, you just pull these levers here. So if I just pull the lever, and the seats drop there, and you can adjust it so you can have more space. And if I pull this one as well, it's going to go down. But one good thing is you have through loading here, so you can put things like skis, or if you have a pet or anything that you want to put in the back so you can have access to, you have that. So that's really nice. And to open the rear door, you just press and it's automatic. And it has these sensors that will sense if there's somebody standing by. So once the door is open, this is what you're gonna see. You got frameless doors, and the windows here are double glazed, so it's gonna be good for sound deadening. And it's tinted from factory as well, so you don't have to do it aftermarket when you get it, which is nice. And if we look at the configuration of the door, you have this sort of plastic or glass effects panel here, which has your ambient lighting inside, and you got some tweeters here for your sound. And these speakers are coming from Yamaha. They're branded Zeekr sound, but they're coming from Yamaha. They sound really good. For copyright reasons, I can't show music, I can't play any music. But if you look here, we have this button for opening and closing the door. So when you press it, the door will shut, and when you press it, it will open depending on what you're doing. Your button for raising and lowering your window. And if we look down here, you have plastic, but inside is lined with felt. You can't feel it, but it's there. It's lined with felt, so things are not going to rattle about and make noise. And then you have a speaker grill here as well. And let me just push the seat back. So when the seat is pushed back, it opens up to about 85 degrees, so it's an easy entry. And you have some buttons here for controlling the adjustment of the seats, so that's really nice. So if I press this one, then it reclines, and this one brings it forward, even for the rear, so that's really nice. And the door entry has these nice seals here, so it's going to prevent water or debris from getting in the car. You got your Zeekr badging here in aluminum, so that's nice. And already I can see some quality here. Only when you go down below you see some plastic, but from about halfway up it's all very nice soft material. And on this side you have suede material, and it comes with perforated seats, so you have some leather here, and then you have Alcantara, and then leather again. It's all perforated, and I like the design. The design looks really, really nice. So it might be dark in here, pardon me, but at 183 centimeters, my knees are not touching, and the seat is configured to my driving position, so I still have enough space. And if I sit here, the seats, although look quite short, it's not very bad. I don't have that much thigh support, but I can do it for a few hours. It's not the most, it won't be the most comfortable for long distances, but it's doable. And then here you can have an accessory where you can pull this out and insert it. It has this magnetic click, so you can have some sort of a makeshift stand or for your phone or tablet or something like that. And then you have it pocket here behind the seat where you can store some magazines, books, newspapers, things like that. Being the GT version, it's not, I wouldn't say it's family friendly or ideal for carrying many people, because the seating, it looks, the whole interior looks a little bit cramped. But if you just have 2 or 3 or 4 people traveling each time, it should be fine. And I like how these seats are raised. It goes very high as you go forward, and so you're going to sit relaxed, really feeling relaxed in the back. And this is the opposite seat, and on the other side, this is what you have as well. And if we look up here, you have Alcantara going all around. You have a speaker grill here. You have your lighting. You have grab handles, which are plastic, but they feel good. And I like the design of the rear headrests, the headrest of the front seats, all looking really nice. And if we look in the middle here, you have your air vents, individual air vents, which is blowing some cool air now. And then you have 2 Type-C charging ports here. So overall, really, really nice. Let me just demonstrate how the doors work. So like I said earlier, once I press it, it's gonna shut by itself, and it's soft close doors as well. And if I press it again, it's gonna open. So there's no manpower here, everything is automatic. And someone might ask, how about in an emergency? Well, if you look here, there is a lever here that you can pull in case of emergency, in case the electronics fail, so you can get out of the car. You also have a hook here for your coat, one here and one on the other B pillar as well. And before I go to the front, I'll show you this nice panoramic sunroof stretching all the way from the front to the back, from the back all the way to the front, I should say. At my height, you can see there's not much space left, but it is doable. It's just about 1 fist between my head and the glass roof. I believe it's doable for people my size and shorter. But if you are 2 meters tall, if you're 2 meters and up, I don't think you will fit in this rear seat. Let's move on to the front so I can show you what it looks like. So the front seat goes in this way. Like I showed you earlier, once I pressed it, it shows the unlock button. And the front door is configured similar to the rear, with just 2 extra buttons for master controls from the driver. And that's about it. And let me just, before I step in, let me just show, yeah, there's some buttons here for controlling your seat adjustments, massage, and things like that. You got your Zeekr badging, and then you have this button for opening your boot, placed in a conventional position. I'll show you the front very soon. So once you sit in the car, it starts giving you, and I just noticed that with the front, when you press on the brake, it shuts the door as well. So everything is automatic here. I'm just going to start from the top and work my way down. So you look up here, is the A pillar is kind of very close to the driver. I wouldn't prefer that. I'll prefer something a little further from me. But hey, if you're going for the GT, that's what you get. And I have a grab handle here for the driver. And as you can see, the A pillar is very, very close to my head, which I don't like very much. But there's a speaker grill here. And we go up here to the sun visor. So it has this, as usual, flimsy sort of material. which I don't prefer. I prefer the plastic ones that you just slide and it opens. But once it opens, there's a huge mirror here, a vanity mirror that gives you enough lighting to be able to see your pretty or handsome face. And then it's all Alcantara, like I mentioned before, all around the vehicle. And in the center, you have a hazard button placed up here and a SOS button for calling the hotline. And then you also have, I like how this thing turns on. Oh, okay. So it's two color. So you can have the yellow and you can have the white, and it turns on and off really, really fast. So let me just leave it on for some extra lighting here. So that's about it for the top. And then you get your driving mirror, smallish, but the rear window is big enough, as you can see. So it's going to be good for seeing the back. And then on the other side, on the passenger side, it's basically the same thing with the usual warnings up there, and it looks good. In front of the front passenger, you have the glove box, which is opened electronically, and then you have a nice touch here for, and then in here we have some daytime running lights which are not illuminated now, but it's got this dash in these levels. In this part has Alcantara, and up as you go up it turns into leather, feels very, very soft. And then we go up in the middle of the dash, there's a speaker grill up there, looking really nice. And you have HUD as well. If you look where my finger is pointing, it has HUD. On the right hand side has the mapping information, like your a map, and then in the middle you have your speed cameras and stuff like that, and on the left you have turn by turn, kilometers, things like that. So that's really nice. And if we come to the driver, we have very nice Zeekr. Okay, so that's the car talking. We have Zeekr style steering here, flat on the top and on the bottom, and it's not a very big steering wheel. I would prefer this more to the yoke steering that most are coming out with now. I think I still prefer traditional steering. And then we look up here, very, very typical of Zeekr, this sort of moon-shaped screen that is very, very crisp and provides all the information that the driver needs. And then on the left here you have your stock for your turn signals and your wipers and stuff like that. And on the right hand side you have your lever for gear selection, and then you have the horn in the middle which is rounded, and you have your rotor button here for turning up and down your volume, and then all the other buttons for 360 camera, microphone, and return, favorites, things like that, all very, very close to your hand. And there's a sensor here which will monitor the driver's mood to be able to advise you better on your driving. And then in the middle you have the screen which is crisp, very, very clear, which will give you all the information you need. And as you can see, you can connect a USB to one of the type C or USB ports, and you can stream things from there, or you can put things on the screen. But if I just open, so you can see it comes in very nice saturated colors. You can watch a movie. I believe when the car is standstill, of course, they won't let you do it when you are driving. And then you have all the functions. You have information about the car, 360 camera. Let me just get out of that. And you have your windshield heating, seat controls, temperature, fan speed, and these are controlled electronically as well. So just like a Tesla or the ID.7, you don't have manual vents, you have electronic vents which you can control here, and you have all other functions as well. So that's really, really nice. As you can see, state of charge now 50%, can give 286 kilometers. So this car has not been released yet. It will be released today, and all the information will be out. So pricing, kilometers, total distance, and all that information is not available yet. But as we can see, at 50% charge, you can go 286 kilometers, which is really, really cool. And here you have some quick buttons to control the car. So you have central locking button, you have the boot open and close, you have play, and then it also doubles as a volume button, especially for the passenger, because the driver has his buttons on the steering wheel. So when I press, you can see it brings up this screen, so that's really nice. And then you also have a quick button for windshield heating or defrosting. You have two 50-watt charging pads here, which have some vents, good for cooling, and you have 007 badge in here. It's all nicely grayed out, which I really like. And beneath here, there's some extra space with some ambient lighting where you can store some other stuff. And then you have two cup holders here, very deep as well. And you can also hold onto this bar if you are on some B roads. And then we look at the center. You get this nice Alcantara top. Very, very good feeling. It's not really Alcantara, some nice soft feeling material. And when you open it, it leads to this huge, well, not huge, but more than enough space for storage. It doesn't only go this way, it goes even further down. So that's nice. And then in there you have a 60-watt Type-C port, and then you also have a port here for connecting other accessories or for sharing. So that's really, really nice. So, and you also have some very nice red seat belts here for this vehicle. Okay.
Yeah,
More storage space. That's cool.
it's too small.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's okay. And this is for wiper fluid.
Yeah, you get what?
Right. Okay. Yeah. Thanks so much for sticking around. I'm truly grateful. If you enjoyed this video, do your boy a favor and click the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and when you do, hit the notification bell so when I upload new videos you'll be one of the first to be notified. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Till I see you in the next video, guys. Ride legal, ride safe always. Peace, and I'm out.